Thank you. Fast train. Going to East here, Alabama. Don't stop, Mississippi. Possum Point, Georgia.
Tethercat said all aboard.
Who's that man?
Wildcat Station.
Hey, you mean your Ammy?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo Hookers?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo Hunkers?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Hoboken.
Hoboken. Oh, well, Mr. Conductor, I want to go to Hot Town.
Hot Town?
Yes, sir.
That's the last stop.
Last
All aboard.
All right, sir.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. Hi. How are you? Man, I don't know what it is, but I've just been having a day. So, actually, I know exactly what it is, but I decided that I was going to get into a little bit of, not crime and punishment. No. I was going to get into some Terraria, some fishing. So let's do that. Oh crap, I didn't even. And so anyway, I was setting things up on the fly here, doing the best I could. And clearly I was not doing good enough. Paste. Terraria, done. Okay, well. Hopefully everything's working. Welcome, everybody. Terraria. That's loud. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I hope this is okay
Greed
for everybody.
1914 said fish orange white eyes.
Fish orange white eyes to you too, Greed. Welcome. How you doing? If I recall, we wrapped up the last game and we didn't even sort any of our items. So let's perhaps think about doing that. Actually, let's first think about quaffing. There we go. You know, it's been so long I was trying to find my item box. Couldn't even find that. Hey, we got a tombstone. Oh, looks like we did sort our items. Good for us. We didn't crack open our crates, but that's fine too. Well, that's the case. Where is our summoning potion? And let's get us some frogs. I think we can get some more frogs up top. Ha! Close the door on that conversation. So anyways, yes, it's been a day. And I wanted to address that today in Canada was Truth and Reconciliation Day. Today in Canada was the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, which honestly and genuinely is a big deal. It's a day of commemorating and recognizing and listening to those Indigenous survivors of a dark part of Canada's history, known as the 60s scoop. And part of my mood is that I had to listen to these incredibly sad tales today, and I mean genuinely sad tales. Under the guise of the Catholic Church of the 60s, the Indigenous children were taken from their parents and relocated into other cultures and effectively assimilated. Yeah, once again, an incredibly dark part of Canada's history as those survivors try to reconcile their past, reconnect with lost family members over distance and time, and gain acknowledgement not just from the Canadian government but from Canada's citizens as a whole. And September 30th is a day to recognize all of that. So I was a part of the ceremony there today, and it really touched me. And so all that is to say that my mental health isn't at top tier at the moment, mostly due to sadness. I was actually thinking of streaming some Indigenous games tonight. There were 2 Indigenous games which I had on my list. What were those Indigenous games? Pardon me for a small moment. There were 2 Indigenous games that were on my list. One is called Two Falls, and you can get these on Steam.
Tethercat said Steam. Tethercat said Steam. Tethercat said Two Falls. Tethercat said Two Falls.
Pardon me while I type this out.
Tethercat said Kuntwik Tuk, a me kama adventure. Tethercat said Kuntwik Tuk, a me kama adventure.
Those are 2 Canadian Indigenous games that I purchased tonight on this National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. I was actually planning on streaming one of them, but knowing that my mental health wasn't at top form, and honestly, I'd much rather just talk than get into a game. I opted not to. Most likely I'll play those offline, I'll play those privately into the side. And that means we're fishing tonight. And the topic of conversation is pretty much open. We're just gonna be chilling and chatting. Simple as that. So, if anyone has anything they'd like to talk about or share with the class, by all means, have at it. And honestly, I might just stay quiet. Oh, so here's something else. I told you this is going to be a Zatsudan. Turn that guy down a little. The other thing is that, where can I, there we are. Actually, I can increase that. The other thing is that earlier this week, I made a guest appearance on another VTuber's channel. I was interviewed over on Otterdad's broadcast from outer space, and it was highly enjoyable. And because I was on Otterdad's broadcast from outer space, I gained a couple of new subscribers. Hello, everybody, if you're watching for the first time. And today I got a message about, I guess, a couple hours ago that said, hey, are you ever going to play Terraria again? It was a genuine question, of course. And I responded in kind that I don't normally play Terraria in the traditional sense. What I do enjoy doing is just playing solo Terraria for the fishing aspect, and that's kind of where we are right now. So, do I have anything to eat? Could eat a scorpion, I suppose. So yeah, I'm just gonna play some Terraria, a little bit of Terraria, and anyone. Oh, and I also have. This is also streaming over on my the personal and friend Discord channel, where we might have people just pop in, chat, and say hi. You never know who will show up, right? So yeah, that's about it. We've got a lot happening. There's a lot of stuff happening. I got about 800 windows open on my computer right now. And it's, let's address the elephant in the room. I ate a lot of food today. Let's talk about dinner. Before the sun goes down and we instigate a blood moon. Yeah, I made some sausage on a bun, and then I made some macaroni, cheese, and Alfredo sauce. So that was all meat and pasta there. And I also had a chocolate donut, which I haven't had in forever. One of my favorite donuts is a chocolate crunch, a walnut crunch. But I don't have any walnuts on hand, so unfortunately that did not come to fruition. All right, I think we're pretty good here. So let's head underneath. Let's activate that. I think we can throw the chum in the water from here. Well. No, apparently we have to wait. And as soon as it becomes nighttime, this should activate. So yeah, that was the majority of the day's events. Tepid for the most part, but with a lot of sadness and reflection. And this is a stream, if anyone's watching for the first time and wants to know, so what does Tethercat really do? Well, you're looking at it at the moment. Oh, and I almost threw my back out today. Everyone knows that I've got a bad back. I have an injured spine. So, I was working today, and I had to stand for an extended period of time, which it all depends on posture. I shouldn't say posture, more accessibility. If I'm able to sit and stand and sit and move around, you know, it just keeps me limber. It's all good. But if I have to stand in one place for any length of time, or if I have to sit in any one place uncomfortably for any one length of time, I run the risk of throwing my back out. And I tell you, that almost happened today. I was definitely feeling some tenderness today. But I'm sitting and I'm feeling a lot better right now. With that said, though, I'm also not moving. I am not moving in the least. I'm doing my absolute utmost right now to stay as motionless as possible, which for a VTuber is awesome. What else? I successfully managed to run the tests and pass along last night's findings over to Red the Panda. So I hope that assists Red the Panda in any future streams on that channel. Yeah, what else? Pardon me while I run the clock. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's grab us another sonar potion, another fishing potion. Looks good. Throw in some more chum and yeah. Oh, and I was just over on Kogi's stream. Just visiting Kogi on the Kogi channel. And the conversation there was, how difficult is it for a Japanese person to learn English? So I was able to provide some insight. I remember speaking with Otter Dad earlier this week about accomplishments and how proud I was that I was able to get Translation Chan up and running. The difficulty and the level of pride upon success. It's really been a busy week, and we're only on Tuesday. Also, I have an additional stress on my life at the moment, and I can't get into it. It'll get resolved tomorrow, and you could give it a 50-50 chance on this, but it'll get resolved tomorrow. But I don't know, you just got all these stressors. And it's difficult to make for a comfortable environment when that happens. Although looking at my heart rate monitor, I seem to be in the 70s, so clearly this game is not stressing me out. I'd probably be a lot more stressed out if I didn't have 17 frog soldiers. While I was attending the Truth and Reconciliation events, I saw some old friends, saw some friendly faces, people from my past, people from my present. Heck, for all I know, people from my future. Who knows? The future's unwritten, right? That's what happens when you get to these large community commemoration events. Days of somber remembrance and communal comfort, communal grief. Yeah. I met some new people. I spoke to people about their journey, their path. And all I can do is listen. All I can do is be the best ally that I can be. When you meet someone who has been through tragedy and who has suffered, sometimes the only thing you can do is just listen, to be a receptacle, to hear what they say and to acknowledge it. Today was such a day. And there we go. Oh, let's go and clean up. Let's see, what can we get rid of? That's a good start. You know what I did last night? Last night I sat in, because I said that I have some stress, right? I said that there's some things going on. I can't really control them, but I can at least try and mitigate the effects that happen on my end. Last night I sat in and I just had a nice quiet evening in, and I watched The Great... What was it? I watched The Great Race with Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon, Natalie Wood, Peter Falk. So I watched The Great Race, and it was incredibly funny. I was definitely a better person for having seen that movie. So that was fun. Because I think it's been years since I last saw that film. So that was really nice. Okay. We've already got a ton of banners. I don't think we can hang literally anything else. Nor do we want to. Yeah. Let's just do some fishing. Actually, now's a perfect time to do a hydration check, everybody.
Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check.
A big little slug of water there. I'm gonna just do a quick double check of the channels just to make sure that everything's... Yeah, okay, that's good there. And... am I streaming on Twitch, am I? Shows that yes, I am. Good stuff. Okay. Well, back to ours. The reason I was asking... The reason... Oh, hey, you know what? I also have Lurkbait happening.
Tethercat said, fish.
Because I almost forgot.
Tethercat said at Tethercat you caught a common white medium star gummy worms weighing 0.85 kilograms worth 8 gold. You now have 8,706 gold fishing pole.
That's weird. It did give out audio and then it stopped giving out audio. Oh. If it's not one thing, it's everything else, right? What's this? Discord streaming channel. I think this is where I see. And it doesn't matter. Yeah, anyway. Sorry, I'm doing all this back-end stuff when I should really just be fishing. Whoop. I double-clicked the window and it just sent everything off the rails. Ah. I apparently suck at fishing. That was the worst fishing line I ever. Doesn't matter. As long as we're having fun. Remember, this is like a Bob Ross type stream. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. So one of the reasons why I'm such a quiet streamer, and especially late into the evening, and one of the primary reasons why I don't do karaoke, is that I have living accommodations where there are people who can hear me, and I do not wish to disturb those people late at night, nor do I wish to disturb those people with me singing. So I generally stay somewhat silent, almost at any given point. Just out of respect for all the people around me. And I say that because I met one of those people for the first time today. I was attempting to do something and inadvertently came across said individual, and we exchanged pleasantries and shook hands. However, I was in a very large rush, and I had no time for extending the pleasantries more than a brief hello. The individual seemed fine. They seemed nice enough. But yeah, that was my day. That's how I spent my summer vacation. Oh, and I guess today here in North America is the last day of September. Currently in Japan, it's October. Japan is living in the future, as always. Isn't time the craziest thing? Hear me out. If you were born and raised and spent your entire life in one place, say a town, the sun would rise, the sun would set, and you'd live every day as that day. However, if you were to travel and you were to continually go west, if you were to travel west on a plane, if you were to take a boat, if you were to fly, and you just went west, 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 eventually you'd end up where you started. But by doing so, you would potentially lose one day through either traveling with the sun, or you'd gain a day by traveling against the sun, or some such. I can't quite make out the math or science on that right now, but you know what I mean. And technically, you would be older than everyone else on the planet.
Wes Narwhal said west.
West. Yeah, west. It's west, Wes. Thanks. appreciate that, but you get what I mean, right? You would technically be older than every person on the planet by one day. Time is just such a crazy concept, and that's why adhering to time makes so little sense to me. As a functional adult in a society, it makes sense. Start work at 9 o'clock, get off work at 5 o'clock, go to bed at 10, breakfast, lunch, supper. But as a human, with human biology, the concept of time just makes so little sense. Every now and then I always appreciate going back to roots, going back to the days when we weren't regulated by societal structures. At least as a thought concept. There's no practical way of doing it unless you renounce your humanity, or catmanity as my case might be. Catity? Catity. Felinity. Renounce your humanity or your felinity. I've coined a phrase. So if you renounce your felinity and go back to the woods to prey upon mice, that's one way to get rid of the construct of time. Otherwise, it's just a nice thought experiment while fishing. How you doing tonight, Wes? Thanks for showing up. I'm having a sub-average mental health night, and fishing is allowing me to just relax, recharge my internal batteries, reflect upon the day's actions and upon the actions of all the things that I've encountered upon the day. Yeah. And do so at a heart rate of 91. Let's breathe in, shall we? There we go. Very nice. And apparently my heart rate went down because my body doesn't know how to actually operate. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've hit 100. High score, everybody. High score. Do you know why I own a heart rate monitor? I mean, I picked one up for the stream, yes. I won't deny that. I got one for the stream.
Wes Narwhal said we're twinning. My mental health sucked today. I'm playing Animal Crossing to cope.
Good on you, and great job on the Animal Crossing. That is one of the most chill games. You know what? I would totally get in on Animal Crossing if and only if they managed to have a Demon Knight blood moon. Tell you what, Wes, the day that Animal Crossing has blood moon fishing, shoot me a message and I'll go and start streaming that. Just toss on some classical music, throw some chum and a line into the water. Let your vampire frogs fight off demons. It sounds like a great time. Animal Crossing is my totally my type of game. What's wrong with you, Tethercat? What's wrong with you? Actually, let's get it set up for the blood moon, shall we?
Wes Narwhal said I'll alert you when the blood moon update happens, of course.
Yeah, you do that. Much appreciated. Thanks so much. I'm going to be keeping my eye open for that, so don't slack off on that. Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's just a rough day. I think part of it is the season. I was having a conversation with Bailiff Kate from the Crime and Punishment streams. Bailiff Kate joined me in a conversation, and we were talking about what it is that makes this kind of a down season. And it makes sense. I mean, spring is the season of life. Summer is the season of enjoyment. Fall is the season of decline, and winter is the season of death. And then the cycle continues. It's all rebirth. But the season of decline, fall, autumn, it's rough. It does get rough. There is no doubt about that. So, to you, Wes, and to anyone else who might be watching, do your best. No one expects anything more from you than that, so just everybody do your best. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Well.
Wes Narwhal said, why is the water fruit punch now?
Well, Wes, I've instigated a blood moon. This is a blood moon I've instigated where all the zombies come out to play. This, as they say, is the blood moon upgrade. So once again, you let me know when Animal Crossing starts getting this. And the reason I do this is twofold. One is because in Terraria, this is one of the best ways to get these frog summons. They're known as vampire frogs. But the second, it's just because I find it relaxing. I genuinely and sincerely find this relaxing. I mean, when you face off in a blood moon and you're unprepared, you would be really, really lucky to have 1 mana and 5 health. More than that. As is, I have currently 1 mana and 5 health. I don't have 10 mana and 200 health. I could die at a moment's notice here. And yet, I have 700 vampire frogs doing my dirty work for me while I just sit back and fish. My froggos. This is the distraction I was looking for. This is the bread and circuses that I crave. I will happily accept this. Oh, yeah. There we go. The other aspect is that no one has told me this is annoying. If I run a fishing stream, then I'm just running a fishing stream, and that's good. But I consider that that could get boring. And I always rely on my viewers to say, oh man, I am bored. I wish something exciting would happen to distract from Tethercat talking all the time. Well, here I am proactively taking the bait, you'll pardon the pun. And I'm instigating action, controlled action, mind you, but still. And by doing so, I'm allowing the viewer to watch the chaos unfold. Again, in a controlled environment. And no one has, as of yet, said, you know what, we don't like the Blood Moon stuff, could you just play the chill fishing? If that happened, I would definitely consider it. I would take it under consideration. Management does consider consideration. My vampire frogs are just going to town. I want to set up a fishing hut in the Crimson. I think it'd be fun to do some fishing down there with all the really bad demons. Where every day is a blood moon. If it ever came to that and I found that I was lacking, I would probably need some extra defenses. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about why I got a heart rate monitor. Partly it is because I do streaming and I try and play chill and calm games and then laugh as my heart rate either shows off or doesn't show off at all. But the other reason is that health-wise, I actually have suffered heart problems in the past. Never heart failure per se, thankfully, but enough to warrant observation. Keeping in mind, I am immunocompromised, and I try and make sure that I'm observing as much of my functionality whenever I can. So, knowing that my family has a history of heart problems, and knowing that I myself have had, on occasion, episodes involving heart issues, I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone? Why don't I actually get a heart rate monitor? And further to that, why don't I, further to that, why don't I just, oh crap, did I think I just threw away all my fishing potions. There we go. So yeah, why don't I get a heart rate monitor, and if something ever happened on stream, I would be able to contact my doctor, and my doctor would say, can you tell us what happened at the time of the incident? And I would say, sure, let me just pull up the VOD. Let me just see what the stream was. Oh yeah, totally. That's the part where I was goldsmithing. I would say to my doctor. Let's do a bit of a snapshot here. Agile Blood Rainbow, Mythical Slime Staff. Mythical Slime Staff, Blood Rain Rainbow, Agile. Godly. Yes, please.
Wes Narwhal said showing a VOD to your doctor would be so funny. Here, watch this clip, LOL.
And you know what? I've actually had that conversation with my doctor. I've actually spoken with my doctor. And it was during the pandemic. My doctor was interested in my mental health. So Tethercat, how are you doing? What's going on? Are you doing things to stay mentally healthy? And I said, well, I'm a VTuber now. My doctor, I have a family doctor, and she's young and she's pretty cool. And she said, oh, my brother watches VTubers. So I showed her the blue cat. I said, this is me, I'm Tethercat. She was just kind of stared at me blankly because no one ever knows what to make of that. She was suddenly confronted with looking at a blue cartoon animal. Like, who am I? What even is going on? So she said, oh yeah, that's nice. So she knows that I do VTubing, and she knows that I'm on YouTube as a cartoon cat. So I don't think it'd be out of the ordinary to say, yeah, here, doc, take a look at this VOD. What would be funny is showing what VOD it would be. Not the fact that I'm actually showing a VOD, but rather which VOD, what game I'm playing specifically. That would be the interesting part, wouldn't it? Incidentally, where is the Crimson? Have I encountered it? I don't think I've encountered the Crimson as of yet. I don't want to go exploring too much, but if I can find some Crimson over in this area, that might be something to keep an eye on. There's no room. Oh.
Wes Narwhal said, I'm 90% sure it would be a space taxi VOD.
And I'm 90% sure you would be absolutely correct. What is it with these puzzles? Splort.
Greed 1914 said doctor expects anime boy, gets upside down cat.
This is a hospital, not a veterinarian's office, she would say. Oh, look, we found the crimson. Now, can we get some water in here? Actually, this isn't the crimson. The crimson is red. This is, I think, I don't know, the corrupt or some such. I don't know what to call it. Once again, I only have 5 health. If I die, I lose a lot. Oh, but I hear water. That's the sound of water, everybody. But it's down there. I need above ground water. See, you tuned in. You were promised a fishing stream and it's exploration day. I aim to please. And then it's over and we're done. There's nothing. Oh, that was anticlimactic. That sucked. What about here? No. Thought there'd be ice, but there is not. Could do some ice fishing right there, I suppose. Hello, strange location. There's a snowman in the distance. Yay, more water. Again, I could do ice fishing, I suppose, but meh. Suppose I could also do jungle fishing, but meh. Really just wanted more of that corruption biome. So, I mean, full disclosure, this map, I edited, I hacked the map. I really did. And I was able to construct those sky fishing area. I was able to basically construct that. So there's nothing to say that I can't do that again here. Ooh, hello. Hello. Check this out. It's corruption. And I think... Oh, this is exactly what we're looking for right here, kids. This. Come on. What kind of fishing can we do here? Apparently I've found nothing more than a bass lake. Really? That's all this is bass? I came all this way for bass? This is stupid. I'm wasting my best bait, my best rod. Yeah, okay, there's nothing here. Oh, I wasn't fully in the lake. Okay. Now let's see how it goes.
Wes Narwhal said EUC base, Animal Crossing struggle.
Yeah, yeah. See? The similarities. It's 100% similarity, right? In Animal Crossing, are there bombfish? Ebon koi. That looks cool. Okay, so we definitely have a fishing area. Not good. We've got us a fishing area, everybody. Excellent. Excellent. Let's set up. Nah, 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 nah. Okay, so we can get some ebon koi. I don't even know what that is, but we're gonna get some. But while we do...
Wes Narwhal said no, but they have snapping turtles which are kinda like bombs if you throw 'em right.
Good. Good to know. Uh-oh. Gonna have to be aware of that one. Got some underground snakes which could be coming at us. This place has everything. I need a door. Well, I could actually craft some stuff now. Can I get me a door? Yes, I can. That's kind of funny. Hey guys, you want to take care of these guys? Thanks. Okay. Got that there. Put this here. What else? We need dirt chum back. So we got that there, that there. Do we have any? All we got is our magic mirror if things really get bad. Lens, gel. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay. Let's see if there's anything in here that I can make use of. Nothing off the... Oh, hang some banners, I suppose. We're gonna have some new banners showing up in a second. Okay. Banners. Okay, I think, oh yeah, we need a zombie banner. Wandering Eyefish banner. Okay. Eater of Souls banner. Yes, please. That was dangerous. I admit I was not expecting that. Alright. I think we're ready to do some fishing. Welcome to the stream, everybody, if you're just tuning in. We're gonna have some fun. Plain and simple, we're gonna have some fun. And I don't know how we're gonna do this. I genuinely do not. Because at any given time, should one of the bad guys appear, we're pretty much meat. Let's see if we can we cast a line? No, we can't. At least not right there. I think we almost had something there. This puts us at great risk. Anything can come up and get us here. Hello. All right, we got us a run. Nice. Nothing can get us there. Okay, everyone. It's time for the stream. Welcome aboard. We're playing some Terraria and we're gonna do some fishing. Just like our fathers and forefathers intended. gotta admit, this is one of the craziest streams I've ever seen. I was expecting there to be a lot more enemies. Alright, here's our first real enemy, is the wandering fisheye. That thing could wreak some serious damage if it comes up our way. For some inexplicable reason, I'm unable to cast any of my rods. There we go. We're back, everybody. This is what I'm talking about, a nice, pleasant stream. Like, take a look, everybody. Like, isn't this just the type of stream that you want to bring your kids to the park to enjoy? Uh-oh, here we go, wandering eye fish. Oh, good. That could have been dangerous. So we've got two wandering eye fish down there. And all of my frogs are up here. You want something done right. Fishing line Doko. There we go. It's not the best fishing spot. We got a purple clubber fish. Yeah, nice classical music. Nice fishing. imminent death and destruction all around us. Unrelenting. Be nice to kill off a lot of those snake things. I'll do this for another 3 minutes. And since we are coming to the top of the hour, at some point, I think it would behoove us to enjoy some fine postponement at the top of the hour. I think that the top of the hour, I think we would do well to just call it a night. But until then, we're still gonna keep up with the valiant fight. We're gonna do our best, as only we can do. And honestly, I feel pretty good. I feel that we've definitely had a good night. This has been a productive stream. This has been relaxing. I've quite enjoyed this stream and allowing my brain to just decompress, to work in the background, to do some processing power in the background while my foreground is occupied by fishing. In somewhat dire circumstances, granted. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. And since I've already eaten quite a lot of dinner, since I've also made the best that I can do. Hold on a sec, I gotta sneeze. Okay. Pardon me on that one. Gesundheit, as the kids say. Wormtooth, Eater of Souls. Yeah, since we're having a very pleasant evening, all things considered, I think that it's nice if we were to end on such a high note as this. Good stuff. I'm definitely curious about this corrupt crate. Jagged band of star power. Ooh, that's cute. All right, let's go collect the spoils of war. Look at all this stuff over here. Alright, I think I got everything. Home again, jiggity jig. Hi, everybody. Nice. Well, that all happened. Monster meat, equipable, summons a small man pig. I wonder even how that works. Here's our small man pig. Cute. We have Spiffo the plush, but I kind of like our small man pig. Good job, small man pig. Oh, let's open some crates. And the usual crap. Hi, Mr. Guy. We're nearing the end of the stream. Forest pylon. Well, I don't need much of any of that. We do have a burger here. And get rid of the lesser mana. Get rid of the acorn. Got an ebon koi too. Get rid of the bombs. Get rid of the lead. That should be good. Alright, let's head back up, deposit our items, and call it a stream, everybody. So yeah, this has been productive, and as I say, it's really nice that we were able to clear our heads and make for some good, thoughtful decisions. Very pleasant. Godly Blood Rainbow. Where's our mythical? Oh, there it is. There we go. Godly Blood Rainbow. Let's quick stack. Well, we lost our blood bow, so let's collect that back, shall we? Get rid of that ebon koi, the chunk. Don't need those banners. I'll definitely keep that burger for a later date. Excellent. Okay, I think we're good. Lots of coin. Lots of coin. We have 3 platinum. We should really store the 3 platinum. You never know when misfortune could arise. We definitely do not want misfortune to arise. Okay. I think we're good. Let's call it a stream. I want to thank everyone for showing up tonight. Yay. Yay. As far as streaming goes, I'm not certain what I'm going to play. Not in the near future. I am waiting for updates to certain games. I'm waiting for certain games to just magically appear. We're going to enter into October very shortly. So I might stream some horror games or some scary jump scare games. But the future of that is unwritten as of yet. So we'll have to play that by ear. But until that time, everybody, I want to thank you all for showing up. Take care of yourself. We've traversed the cusp where the days are now darker than they are light, and it's only going to get darker for the next 3 months. So truly take care of yourself. Make sure that you're checking in regularly with those who love you, and if you're of good mental health, make sure you check in on those that might need it. Take care, everybody. As always, thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody.
Hello, folks. You know, I've been picking and trying to pick up Ambience for 40 years or more. I used to just play the imitation,
Tethercat said
but
thanks
now
for
I'm going to
watching.
give you a little of the variations of
Tethercat said thanks for watching.
Gentlemen, now, folks, I'm going to give you a little of Old Dan Tucker, containing more heterogeneous constant policy, double flavor, and unknown quality than usual. Watched his face in the frying pan, a combed his head with the wagon wheel, died the toothache in his heel. Got away, old Dan Tucker, he come too late to get your supper. Tucker was a hard-ridden sinner, never said grace over his dinner. The old hog squealed, the pig did squall, him old hog with tail and all. By the way, old Dan Tucker, he come too late to get your supper. Old Tom Wilson got on a drunk, fell in the fire and kicked up a chunk charcoal, got inside the shoe. Lord bless you, honey, how the ashes flew. By the way, old Dan Tucker, he come too late to get your supper. Here's the booze and Choctaw cider, lemon extract and old Budweiser, horse said it bitter than the doctor's tonic. The good book said a little good for the stomach.